esperem, não pulem. Eu vou ter uma novidade braba pra vocês que reclamam tanto dos ads nas lives. Agora a gente tá em parceria com a Kik, que é uma plataforma de live também, e eu vou estar fazendo as minhas lives lá todos os dias. E o melhor, sem anúncio nenhum pra vocês curtirem. Então eu vou deixar o link aqui embaixo na descrição. Segue lá e fortalece o vovô.
Essa entrevista do Zven.
Him? Well, I miss BRTT. He was always nice to me back in the days.
Esse vídeo
Zven
aqui
Comentou
não vai estar
Sobre
em
Road.
português, então
Ranqueou
recomendo que
LTA e
você
fala
ative
sobre
ali as
carreira.
legendas nativas do YouTube. É só você clicar ali em CC, ativou as legendas, e é isso aí, valeu!
Fala galera, Thaís Mais Esportes aqui.
Cadê,
Pra vocês
Thaís?
assistirem
Já é
esse vídeo,
mago?
não esquece de ativar a legenda. Eu tô aqui com o Zven, que acabou de ganhar da Loud. Zven, we saw on the first game that the swap didn't go in the way that Loud imagined.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Tá
a
rachando já.
4-2, and
Tá
you
rachando.
guys win the fight. So what do you think about this play?
I think Cassante is just so much better in like swaps than Olaf. So the most important thing is early game we saw them on a ward going top, so we went back bot lane, and then they have to dive our Cassante to win. And even if they kill him once, they have to dive him again, right? Because he has TP. So once they fail to dive, the game is very hard for them to play early game.
Yeah, and Blabber told in an interview earlier that he feels that Loud lost the game 3 minutes after that dive.
Yeah,
like,
kinda.
you agree with that?
Yeah. I think it's very important that they match Olaf into Cassante instead of the 2v1.
Tem que fazer,
Because Olaf
né,
can't
mano?
play that way, but
Cara,
Cassante...
pior que esse jogo foi muito triste por tudo que se criou, né, mano? Porque tava esse... Depois que os times brasileiros da LTA Sul, né, Leviathan e PP, perdeu sábado, tava esse climinha de tipo, cara, tá de boa, tem Loud e Cloud9 ainda, mano. Tipo, tá tranquilo, tá ligado? O melhor ainda tá por vir, mano. Tava esse sentimento, o melhor ainda está por vir. Rolou, mano. Tipo, calma. Tá tudo bem se a PEN foi, tá tudo bem se a Leviathan foi, mano. O que a gente quer ver é Loud contra Cloud9. Só que demorou muito, tipo assim... Sei lá, 3 minutos de jogo tinha acabado já, né? Tipo, foi que se criou toda uma expectativa pra 3 minutos, 4 minutos o Hobbs tomar 2 pick-off, swap de merda e acabou. Peido mental, tipo assim... Em 3 minutos de jogo, não teve nem competição, não tinha nem chance de ganhar o
So
jogo.
once we got the second player on top, where we killed Olaf again, it feels like Olaf is never gonna recover.
Não,
from that.
o ponto não é a Loud ser melhor que a PEN. O ponto foi que grandes analistas do nosso cenário, influentes, ex-jogadores, streamers, não é sobre Loud PEN, é sobre o playstyle da Loud contra a Cloud9, e a Cloud9 não, a Cloud9 é Seed 2, né? A Hunter Thieves Seed 1. Então, na teoria, a Cloud9 era um adversário mais fácil do que a Hunter Thieves. Então tava tipo, calma, tem Roach, calma. Hobbs e T tem muita experiência, calma.
So, and everyone was expecting like you against Root, because our community say that Root
Cara, ele
is our
solou
best
o
player,
Root.
and for many times he saved his team, like against other teams from Brazil.
Yeah.
So what do
Cara,
you
eles vêm
think of
passou
the
por
level
cima
of
do
the
Root, isso me
Root
chocou,
in
mano. Isso me chocou, mano.
the game today?
I think he played well in game 2, but I think in game 1 he made a big mistake when he got solo killed mid,
Yeah.
and we got the full mid tower. That was like the biggest point of the game. I think is when he died and we got mid tower. I got so much gold from this play. So I think game 2 he played well, but game 1 he made a big mistake.
Yeah. So did you saw something from Root like before, or you know him like this year? How do you feel about him? Like, you think that he was like a little bit nervous or something like that?
Maybe in first game, but I think so was I. So I didn't notice it. But I think we watched, the last 5 games they played, last 2 series, and we noticed that this guy is their best player usually. So we decided to ban Varus in both games just to make sure he doesn't get his best champions. And then we figured out the best player is probably their bot lane or their mid laner. That's the one that carried their games usually. So we targeted those players in draft.
And talking about these scrims, like José de Odo told in an interview that the level of the Brazilian scrims, like he was nothing expected that. Like he said,
in a good way or in a bad way?
In a bad way. Like he said, they don't try like us, But we talked with Cel from Leviathan yesterday, and he said that José de Odo is the try hard guy on the scrims. So what do you feel about the scrims against the Brazilian teams?
We only scrimmed Leviathan.
Oh,
Cara, não treinaram
And then we
contra
scrimmed
times
Isurus,
brasileiros.
Astral.
Okay.
So we don't, and we play in
treinaram
cloud
contra os
state, right? So we don't scrim them. So I can't
brasileirinhos,
say too
mano.
much since we only scrimmed I think Leviathan and scrims are not very good. I think Loud is pretty decent, but today they didn't play very well. Maybe just a bad day. I think we had better drafts and we played better, but I think that they're actually decent.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And the level of the region, we saw that we're still far from LTA North in the macro and the decisions in the game.
Yeah.
What do you think that here in Brazil can do to improve our region?
It kind of feels the same when it's like LTA North against Korea or China.
Yeah.
That's how we feel, you know? We're like, why are we so bad? I think the individual players aren't bad. I think they're good individually. But when it comes to like late game team fighting...
É o mid-game, cara. Esse mid-game brasileiro é uma pica, mano. Tem que fazer alguma coisa, cara. Cara, tem que ter drills no Brasil. Os jogos vão começar a partir de 15 minutos, mano. Foda-se lane, foda-se essa dopamina de matar 2v2 e ficar gritando. Chega disso, mano. O jogo tem que começar com 15 min, só fazer rotação, mano. Botar ward, só isso, mano.
That's where most teams...
Full drills, mano. Sem ficar se matando na lane, mano. Acabou isso.
Also
mano.
in lane swaps. I think
Cara, mid-game é uma merda, mano.
And like playing the swap out in first 6 minutes
Mid-game de merda, mano.
They're really bad at it. So I think like, for example, in our game, right? The first game was over in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For lane swap. But when it was the second game, it was 2v2, 1v1.
Yeah.
Lau was doing well in this game, right? So I think that's the biggest difference maker. And it's hard to improve at because it's like a whole region thing, right? So for example, for us, it's like we have good scrim partners in FlyQuest and Liquid. So I think it's just like a overall region thing. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, so you talked about Atakhan. Do you think that he's a big thing on the game? Like, if some team do the Atakhan, it's gonna be like a win, or you think that is pretty?
I think if the game is like even, it's not that OP.
Yeah.
I think now that it gives 200 gold per like fake kill, and you also have 15 seconds before you respawn. It's not that game breaking anymore. It's also really hard to take. A lot of teams lose the game at Atakhan because they like try to take it and then they get like super low HP from the damage it does, like the AoE swirl.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a bait sometimes to do Atakhan. It's okay, I think.
Like some teams try too hard.
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
Atakhan.
and then you lose the game at Atakhan.
Porra, é o maior
Yeah.
bait
It's like
que
the new
tem esse
Baron.
Atakhan.
Yeah, exactly. And talking about the level of the regions, and Seo told us yesterday too that Liquid played 10 games in a day, and he was like kind of surprised with that because I guess like here we don't have the same time, you know, like we don't play 10 games in a day.
We don't either, to be fair. It's only Liquid.
It's on Liquid.
I think so, yeah.
So it's not from the NA.
No, we play 6 games per day as well in C9. I think most
6
teams
dias.
do.
É,
This
acho
Team
que aqui
Liquid
também.
have been losing a lot of scrims recently in LTA North, so they've been having night scrims as well.
Wow.
I think that's why. Yeah.
They're trying hard.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Their coach is mad, I think.
Yeah, so we are having the game like Liquid against Isurus.
Yeah.
And who you think you're going to win? And do you have a preference on which team you want to play against?
I think it would be cool if Isurus won. I think it would be more exciting for the tournament, but I mean, I can't say I hope they win.
Yeah.
That would be kind of messed up, right? We scrimmed Isurus yesterday, and they actually did kind of well. I was kind of surprised how good they were in scrims, while TL we almost never lose to.
Mm-hmm.
So based on scrims, I'd say it's like 50-50. But I think TL will win, but it's going to be closer than people think.
And a lot of teams, like the LTA North team, says that Isurus is one of the best teams here.
Yeah,
so we
I
said
agree.
that you scrim against them. So we have the same opinion. So
Yeah, I'd say maybe like C9, FlyQuest, and then Thieves, Isurus.
É pior que
together.
essa Isurus, eles poderiam facilmente estar na LTA North, não? E ficar um top 5 lá, se pá, top
And
4.
then-
top 4.
Yeah, and then everyone else. I don't
E
think...
tipo, na teoria
I think-
eles melhorariam lá, né? Porque, tipo assim, tem mais time melhor pra treinar, né, mano?
Like TL can be like this one day and then like this one day. They're kind of like inconsistent, it feels like,
Yeah.
recently. They were very good last year, but they've been slowly getting like not much better. It's been like, you know, like this the whole time, while FlyQuest and Cena have been going like up the whole time. So I think Isurus can win. It's just up to who plays better on the day. I think they're closely matched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So, talking about the teams from LTA North, like FlyQuest was a team that the community believed that was the best team after Worlds because they took 2 games against the Genji.
Yeah.
But 100 Thieves came as seed 1. So do you expect that for 100 Thieves?
I think the current game state with like Grubs, Dragon, Atakhan, you can always fight something. And Hunty's specialty is just team fighting.
Yeah.
When the game is very slow
Yeah,
and like
Hedge Cannons,
macro
né,
side
mano?
laning,
DNA,
Hunty's isn't that good. But nowadays you can always fight something. So I think the game currently fits Han Thieves very well. But I feel like, honestly, that day we played Flight Quest, we played Han Thieves like 5 minutes later.
Wow.
we didn't have time to like, think about draft or, reset.
Prepare for
yeah,
it.
we had like 5 minutes. All right, guys, 5 minutes. I'm playing Han Thieves. Like, what the fuck, like.
Drink a water and play.
Yeah, like, and then go stage. So the best of one I didn't care about too much, but I think Flight Quest is still the second best team or best team. Us and them.
Yeah. And
Caralho, tirou
everyone
100
in the
Thieves,
community
mano.
talked about how 100
Porque
Thieves
agora-
is a level like similar to the Brazilian teams, because everyone says that
É Cloud9 contra Liquid.
Brazilian
Cloud9
teams
contra
like to
Liquid.
fight a lot,
they're the
and
same,
they
yeah.
not care much about the
É, foi o que
true,
eu
yeah,
falei,
they're-
tipo assim. É que tipo, o jogo da PEN foi mais parelho porque o estilo de jogo da 100 Thieves é mais caótico, né? Mais luta, mais trocação de soco. Os outros times são mais controlados.
Similar.
You think there's very
Mas
similar,
não sei,
like
tipo, pô,
Yeah,
dava
PEN-
pra ter ganho, tá ligado? A PEN contra a 100 Thieves dava pra ganhar aquela
Pain
série
versus
de
Han Thieves
merda,
is
mano.
like this,
yeah.
Just constantly fist fighting and seeing who plays better mechanically. That's like their style as well.
Yeah. Do you saw a lot of game of Pain?
We watched a little bit, but then we saw that Pain Gaming's on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
So we won't play against them until the finals. So we mostly watched Loud and Isurus because they're on our side of the bracket, right?
Acabei
Yeah.
Detroit
So we're playing
já.
against Isurus or TL if we win. So we mostly watched Isurus and Loud,
Yeah.
but I think Loud played against Pain in one of the series
Yeah.
in LTA South. So we watched both at the same time.
Yeah. Loud lost the first game and then Loud win
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
game. So
And
it's
I
crazy.
like the Titan stats, most
Yeah.
kills and most deaths.
Yeah. It's a balanced guy, you
Yeah,
know, like
I thought that made like all sense with Han Thieves. It's the same kind of playstyle, most kills, most deaths.
Yeah.
as a team. So it was kind of funny to watch.
So, talking about that, Titan, and this, so do you have a player that you choose to play with? Like, if you choose, pick someone from LTA South to play with you, which
José
player
Deodo.
will pick?
Any player, any role?
Da
Yeah.
Isurus.
Yeah, maybe him.
Brasil.
Well, I miss BRTT.
Ô,
He
TT.
was always nice to me back in the days. I met him at Worlds
família?
many years
TT
ago.
minha
He was
família?
like very friendly to me when I was a rookie.
Yeah.
So I miss him.
Oh,
família, TT é
last
família,
questions.
mano.
Are you happy to play against in a high level, you know?
Tem a família com o Zven, mano.
At sea, and everyone seems like surprised that your level was increased.
Pô, era isso que eu tava
Yeah, I mean,
esperando
I've been
que o
working
Hans ia
hard.
falar,
I've been
mano, na
some months
entrevista
in Korean solo
com
queue,
o
and
Takeshi,
I've been
mano.
playing a lot. I think
Deve
I'm
ter
doing
feito
nothing
algo de
else than
errado.
playing these last couple of months, so I'm happy with how my level's at right now. I think the team also is playing well, so I'm pretty happy so far with my performance.
Like a workaholic. Play and play
Yeah,
and play and
I mean,
get better.
it's one of the benefits of
Eu não sabia
like my
que o
passion is
GTT
League,
era
I love
fechado
playing the
assim,
game.
mano.
And it's my job, so it's like a good combo, right? For me,
São old
some
school, né, os
people
dois,
don't
mano.
have the motivation to play
Yeah.
because it's more of a job than a passion. But I actually like playing League, so it's a good thing for me.
It's your job, but it's still fun. So
Yeah, exactly. I love my job, kind of.
that's good. That's good. And can you say a message for the Brazilian fans?
Yeah, I mean, even though today we got booed on stage, I still love that kind of energy. I think that Brazilian fans are very passionate and they care a lot, and it's nice to see that kind of energy in the
Zven não é família, eu
studios.
nunca falei
Like,
com
honestly,
ele, mano.
if you didn't see the studios, you'd think we were in like a big venue with how loud
Okay.
they were, So I think that's really awesome. So yeah, it was a cool experience.
That's it. Obrigada, galera. E
Acabou.
até mais. Não esquece de deixar o like.
Caps, já falei com o Caps já, mas só pelo LoL. Pessoalmente nunca falei.